So how do you define kindness and why is it so important in our lives?
Oh my goodness. If people were kinder to each other, the world would be such a better place.
You think?
Kindness to me, it would, truly. Kindness to me is being able to see people for who they are and meet them right where they're at without judgment. If you notice someone hurting, acknowledge that. You might not be able to help them, but you can at least acknowledge, you know, I'm so sorry that you're in this spot right now, or I'm so sorry that you're hurting. Is there somewhere you can go for help? And if you know a resource or a phone number or whatever, provide that. Being kind just can change someone's life in an instant. A smile at a stranger that you're passing on the street. Because none of us know what someone's going through. I could
That's
be,
true.
my life right now could be a complete shambles, and you would never know. You know, yours could be a complete shambles. How would I know that? So why not be kind? That's my question. Why wouldn't someone want to be kind? You know, Gosh, it doesn't cost you a dime.
Yeah. Well, it's interesting because, certainly part of sometimes we turn on kindness rather than practicing it all the time, don't we? In other words, if we see somebody who's visibly suffering and there are people, the cliche, they wear it on their sleeve, you feel like you need to reach out.
Mhm.
And we all do that differently. I use words. I'm a talker. Um, I'm also adverse to touching. So I'm not going to go hug people. I'm going to talk with them and modulate my voice and stuff like that. But I think you make a wonderful point. How about people who bear it well, like you did for years and years and years, carrying that inside you? And if people said, oh, well, I'm not going to be kind to Kim because she doesn't need it today,
Right.
they don't really know because a lot of us, I mean, there are people out there who are, I'm sorry, we often use the term drama queens, and that can be male or female, obviously.
Right.
And I have a relative in my family who's a drama queen, and it doesn't mean that they need all the kindness in the world. And sometimes you meet a person who's like, darn, that person really has their act together. And behind the scenes, they're dealing with some really tough stuff in life.
I have found that those people that are the kindest have been through or are dealing with their own trauma. Those ones that reach out and help, that are the helpers, are ones who recognize it in others because they've been through hell and back. Or maybe they're in it right now. You know, that's why hold the door for a stranger, offer to carry someone's groceries to their car, you know, smile at a stranger, compliment a stranger. I started doing that a lot outside of handing out my little nuggets of hope that I have. I physically hand these out to people, um, strangers. So, I probably look like a creeper or a stalker, but hey, I have hope.
This is Dr. David D. Schein. Thanks for joining me for this special edition of Saving America. Remember, a new Saving America show is aired on the Brushwood Media Network every Saturday at 11 a.m. Eastern Time. Listen on any of the 16 network stations, Apple or Google mobile app, Apple CarPlay, TuneIn, Smart Speaker, and all smart TVs. Find more information at the brushwoodmedianetwork.com. Please be sure to join us each week. We welcome and love your feedback from our growing audience.